Hello, my beautiful buttercups. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have been getting so many messages for the collective here recently. I really did want to get on here to be able to share these downloads because I feel like we can come together and really support one another while everyone is going through such transformations. And so let's get started. I want to ask Spirit, what message out of all of the messages that you have shared with me over the last couple of days, what message do I need to share with the collective today? Okay. All right. The Ace of Wands. And I have this beautiful, beautiful deck of tarot cards, and on this particular card it's a feminine energy, and her third eye is covered with all of these beautiful vibrant colors. And to me, I just heard, this girl is on fire. So whomever I'm talking about, girl, you are on fire. You are becoming, and you have worked on yourself so much that you are going to rise up this year. This is going to be your year. You have had all of these years that were draining and that were hard work. I kind of see someone with some shackles on their ankles and some like heavy cement bricks, and that's the only thing I can think of, these heavy blocks on these chains, and they kept moving forward. I see this divine feminine walking forward. I actually see them on the streets of San Francisco going up an incline, and it's like they went up this incline with these chains of heaviness for years that they've had to go through this. And now is your time to shine. This is the year where things turn around and get better, because you will have the energy. What you have done through your healing process, your guides want me to tell you this. They're telling me it's so important to share. So what you have done through your healing process is actually become lighter. And you have dropped some of the heaviness that was keeping you weighed down for so long. And because you dropped this heaviness, you are now able to rise. It's kind of like a hot air balloon. You have all of those sandbags that keep you tethered down to the ground. And this feminine that I have this message for today, she's been over the years getting rid of those sandbags. And they're not easy. That's your safety and your security and your comfort. And all of these things that keep you in a safe zone, whether they're good or not, it's what's familiar to you. And it seems like slowly over time, this feminine, she cut those sandbags loose, and now she's ready to fly. She's ready to be free. She's ready to be her authentic self and bring in the energy that can match her. She is no longer going to tie herself down and to restrict herself and dim herself and lower her energy to make other people comfortable. This is her year to rise. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. That's how deep this is, and that's how resonant it is. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but you are so, so powerful. I can feel it. I actually have chills on my arms because it's so, so powerful. And it's because we live in this world of duality, and for so long you struggled, for so long you took abuse, for so long because you were figuring things out in life. You sat back and observed and became aware and made the changes and did all of these things, even though it was hard, even though you could complain if you go back and how, all of these things. At the end of the day, it has made you who you are today. And this is what's going to bring in the abundance, because you are ready. It's almost divine time. It is divine timing. It's not almost divine timing. It is divine timing. It's like where a crossroads meets. Everything is lining up for you to be able to take the initiative. And with this Ace of Wands that I've drawn, it's really showing a new beginning. And I just see, on this particular card with all of the colors, I love all of the colors on it, but she has her eyes closed. And to me, that's just the focus on that third eye. She knows the divine feminine right now and the twin flame energy, they are connected to their divine self. They have been connected to their divine self for a while now, and they've been connected to their divine masculine. They understand the bigger picture about what's going on. And a lot of divine feminines in this twin flame collective have had to give space to their masculine so that they can heal as well. But what I see, especially with this Ace of Wands energy, is this feminine is going to take on a new beginning. And that can look a lot of different ways. It could be a new business, or now you don't have all of the time and energy that you're spending worrying about your masculine anymore. You've grieved the process of letting him go. He will come back either a better person, a better man, the support that you need. And of course, when I say masculine and feminine, we both have we have both energies within us. But he's going to come back. The divine masculine is going to come back a better version for you. But I feel like in the past, the feminine that I'm talking about, like when there was separation, and I don't mean that it could mean no contact, but you can also be separated within the same home. You can be on totally different schedules. You can sleep in different bedrooms. You could, whatever the case may be. I feel like there's some kind of disconnect between this feminine and this masculine, even though things may look good on the home front, or you're still living together, but there's some kind of disconnect there. And it could be that some have taken the break and had the space. You have the capacity to be able to separate. Not all couples are able to do that. And I see some are separated. But whatever the case is, it's like the feminine is not worried about what the masculine is doing. The feminine that I'm talking about, she has this great desire to move forward, to better her life. She knows what she wants, and she's going to go get it. Because she is on fire. Like, she is going for it this year. It is her time to shine. And my guides really want you to know to harness this energy that is available in this fire horse year. It really resonates to whomever I'm speaking to. And I feel like the collective that I'm speaking to, you may even have some fire energy in your astrology chart. You may be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or Aries. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. Or you may have some, really strong first house energy, or fifth house energy, or ninth house energy. And so I really feel that this feminine collective with this Ace of Wands, it almost reminds me of a birth. And you could quite literally be birthing children. You could be birthing a business, an idea, maybe even some creative sparks. Maybe you've even cared about yourself so much, and you've pulled back your energy to yourself so much that you have time to do what you love. If you want to read, you have time to read. If you want to paint, you can paint. If you want to go out with your friends, you can socialize. If you want to learn a new recipe, you can go and get all of the ingredients and cook a wonderful meal for yourself. And if you love candles, you can get candles. You are free to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and just absorb the goodness of this world, of all of these great experiences that we can have, that are possible. And your guides just really want you to know to really focus on that energy, because right now is such a great time to use the energy that is around us to create something. And with the divine feminine energy, it's very natural to create. It gets suppressed in some of us. Very much so, because this world is designed to put us in our masculine energy, and it's so frustrating because anytime as a divine feminine, if you resonate with that energy, you are forced to be put in your masculine. There is something totally different when the feminine wants to be in her masculine and wants to build something because she's got this creative spark about her. You know, just like I got this creative spark all of a sudden and I wanted to share my messages, I had to come on here and build a YouTube channel. I couldn't just, I had to do some things in my masculine energy, but I wanted to, so it didn't feel forced. Whereas I feel like sometimes this divine masculine almost forced this divine feminine into her masculine when he was not living up to what he needed to be. And as a divine feminine, when you are forced to go into that energy, it is unnatural. Your nervous system knows that you're not supposed to be in that. Your mind starts telling you, and you know something's off. As a divine feminine, one of your greatest gifts is your intuition and your sense and your clairaudience, clairvoyance, clair gifts. It's your intuition and your ability to know things that the masculines can't always sense. And I really feel like this feminine has worked on that energy and her intuition to get it on point. So she is very confident in the messages that she receives, because who I am talking about is a really, really powerful person on the spiritual plane. And instead of worrying about her masculine, she's moving forward and she's progressing, and your guides, whomever I'm talking to, just wanted to confirm to you that what you are feeling right now is correct. So right now, it is the time to do you. You've pulled back your energy. You're not leaking your energy out to the masculine. You're not going to be there to help him and to save him when he needs you. You're going to let him experience his crisis moment that he needs to experience in order to be a better version for you. And instead of using any of that energy and leaking it for him, you're taking it back within yourself and birthing something new that is going to skyrocket. I literally see NASA. And it's interesting because right before I got on here, I saw a news article about a new planet that had been discovered, and it is, I can't remember what they called it because I just read the article. I didn't have time to really absorb it, but it's a planet that is not, I think it's called a rogue planet, actually. And so it made me actually go down this wormhole right before I recorded, and I learned that in 1997, NASA had created this program where you could send postcards and sign your name, and they took everybody's name and postcards to Saturn and let it blow up in the atmosphere, I guess. I don't know. But then there was a thing about sending your name to the moon on the Artemis 2 that is launching this year in 2026. And it's so interesting that article about launching in 2026 came up. I didn't connect the two until just now, but it makes total sense that I saw that article for this divine feminine right before I recorded this, because you are totally going to launch in 2026. I can feel it with every fiber in my being, and I feel like the feminine that I am speaking to, and she will know who she is, knows exactly what I'm talking about. She knows what she's gone through. She knows the shadow that she's had to go through, the demons she's had to fight, everything she's had to face, and she knows all of that is coming back around. All of the times she was there for people when they weren't for her, all of that good karma is coming back around, and everything that she has been wanting to manifest in all of these years when she didn't know if she was going to see the light or is going to manifest. And your guides just want you to know to have fun and be in your loving divine feminine energy. People can, I want to say people can feed off of that, but it's not that they're taking from you. It's like this divine feminine is so high up. She has everything she needs. And women, or the divine or divine feminine, they multiply things. Like, have you ever heard that saying, like, give a woman a sperm, she makes a baby, give her a house, she makes a home, give her some ingredients, she makes a meal, and that's true for any human, really. But women do multiply things if you think about the sperm and the baby. And it's interesting that whatever this feminine touches this year, I feel like is going to grow in multitude, is going to multiply. I feel like that was a really strong message from this divine feminine's guides. As long as you stay focused on your energy and what you're building, what you're birthing, your guides don't, like, if you leak your energy, you have free will. And they're not going to be upset with you if you leak it and you get back with your divine masculine, and it's okay. It's lessons to be learned. But really, if you want to launch, this is your year. I mean, the message was clear right before I started recording it. You're going to launch in 2026, so don't waste this opportunity. I'm not saying this is a once in a lifetime, things come in cycles, but it's like the Ferris wheel, you have to wait for the circle to come around, but then there's an opportunity for a little seat that doesn't have anyone in it, and there's your chance to ride. And that's what's happening this year. Your chance to get on the Wheel of Fortune is coming, and are you going to be ready to get in that seat and take off? And your guides just want to know you are ready. And it can be a little scary because launching is something that you've never done before. Struggle. You don't know launching. You don't know an easy life. It can be a little scary. There may be fears that come up. There's a lot of things that can happen, but your guides want you to know you're ready. You're ready. Now's the time. Like, this is the time. Don't be scared. They've got you. They've had you the whole time. You've had you. Your higher self has had you. You got this. Your guides, like, they are just so confident. Your guides are so confident. Like, they're like, don't even question this. Like, you've got this. You've known about this for a long time. You've felt it. Some of you may have even felt it since you were a little kid. You knew you were destined for greatness. You knew it would be coming. So don't fear. It's coming, but you're ready. You have been preparing for this. It reminds me, my family always plays Christmas games, and every year we've had a saran wrap ball. And the last couple Christmases, the saran wrap balls can get very expensive, so we've kind of stopped that. But I went to a Christmas party this year for a company, and they had a saran wrap ball. And when I was undoing it, I was so good at it. Like, I had stuff just flying out. And I didn't even mean to. Like, I really wasn't trying, but it almost was like I had been prepared for that moment for my whole life, because for so many years I had practiced. I knew how to take a saran wrap ball with oven mitts completely apart as fast as I could, because with my family I was extremely competitive. So this is what it reminds me of. Like, you have been training for this moment your whole life, and when you start to unwrap your saran ball, it's just going to start throwing prize after prize after prize after prize at you, because you have been training for this moment your whole life. So whatever divine feminine I am speaking to today, I am so excited for you. Like, I am so glad this is happening for you, because I really can't think of somebody else that would deserve it any more than what you would do. but just don't fear getting started. Don't let anything, don't let any divine masculine, don't let anyone, actually, whether they're masculine, feminine, I don't care what energy they have, don't let them hold you back. Don't let your mind hold you back. Don't let your ego hold you back. Don't let your body hold you back. Whatever it is, I mean, the sky's the limit. Whatever it is, you're launching. And I can't wait to hear all about it. So I didn't think that this was going to be a very long reading. I feel like more came out than I was expecting, so I was really, really excited to share that. And I look forward to sharing the next message with you guys. Mwah!